Moving can be a headache, especially if you're relocating from another state. Hi, my name is Geno 𝐷'Angelo. I'm a local real estate broker specializing in helping you relocate to Petoskey and everywhere in northern Michigan. I've helped hundreds of families relocate, and today I'd like to help you with some of the tips and tricks to make the moving experience the best as possible. The first tip I have is make sure you do a ton of research. What's nice about buying a house in this day and age versus when my career started 20 years ago is there is a vast amount of information available for free online. When I first started selling houses back in 2001, it was very difficult to find information. A lot of it wasn't easy to absorb or get to. Now, with a couple of clicks of your mouse, you will be able to find everything and anything you need to know about a specific area. And let's be honest, that's probably what led you to my channel to begin with. A couple of important aspects to look at when thinking about relocating to an area are what is important to you. Are schools important? Are healthcare options important? Are you gonna have to get a job when you get here? What do you like to do for recreation? You wanna make sure that those lists are checked before you decide to move here or anywhere else. Also, a growing concern and one of the biggest tips I can help you with is make sure you're aware of what a house costs in the area you wanna move to. I can't tell you how many times people have accepted a job offer in Petoskey or somewhere else in northern Michigan and looked at the houses and have decided they could no longer take the job because the houses were just too expensive based on the amount of money the job was going to pay them. In fact, I had a heartbreaking story a couple of years ago when the prices started to rise, where somebody had moved here from South Carolina. All of their stuff was in storage. They left their job, found a great new job up here, and had to move their stuff back home because they decided that northern Michigan was just too expensive for them. And now we hate to talk about it, but it is the honest truth. It has gotten expensive to live here, and I don't want anybody to find that out after they've committed to a move. If possible, I think you should visit in advance. Again, whether it's Petoskey or anywhere else in northern Michigan, you want to get a lay of the land, see how things are, visit the local restaurants, and figure out if this is a community that you would like to belong to. Now, I'm convinced once you visit here, it's only going to help me sell you a house in northern Michigan because this is truly one of the best places in the world to live, and the community is very friendly, and there are a ton of activities for you to do. Another tip is start your search early. If you're going to be relocating to Petoskey, it might surprise you how long it takes to actually secure a house. And we always do what is called a timing analysis with our clients, showing if you start on this date and it takes you this long to buy a house, this long to close, and this much to get possession after closing, this is when you're actually going to move into the house. And that sometimes surprises our clients with just how early you have to secure a house to have it by a certain date. One way my team can help you with that is if coming here is a hassle, we have specialized in doing virtual tours and have sold many houses to people relocating here who have never actually visited Petoskey. With FaceTime, Skype, and just video recording, we can give you a good feel of what's going on in the neighborhood, what the house has to offer, and obviously our professional opinion if we see anything wrong with the home. Another thing we talk about a lot on this channel is take into consideration the climate change in the different seasons. Now, if you're moving here from a warm state, you're probably not used to having seasons, and that is one of the beautiful things about northern Michigan is we have 4 distinct seasons: winter, fall, spring, and summer. Each one of those seasons makes it feel like you're living in a completely different area. However, they do come with their own challenges. In the winter, you're gonna have to consider snow removal and how to get around when the roads are slippery. In the spring, you have to do your spring cleaning and getting ready for summer, which is the best time to be in northern Michigan. Summer, you're gonna have to think about all the people that are going to be visiting you because this is truly a paradise, and you're gonna be surprised how many friends you have when they find out that you live in northern Michigan. And then of course, fall is just getting ready for the winter season, making sure the leaves are cleaned up and your house is in good working order for the harsh winters. Another tip is make sure you have a system in place to update your utility information and also your mailing address. I can't tell you how many times somebody has moved to northern Michigan and they mail a package the first time and it goes to their house that was across the country, and it's sort of a pain for them to get that package. Now, I know this is a small thing, but it will make your life a lot easier if you remember to cover it. Another thing we don't talk enough about is budgeting wisely. Now, moving to an area that's expensive, such as Petoskey, is expensive enough on its own, but there are many hidden costs and things you're not thinking about that you're gonna have to take into consideration when you make the move. Whether it's utilities, repairs to the house, recreational equipment, or a litany of other things, you're gonna wanna make sure you have some extra money budgeted so it doesn't stress you out throughout the process. Speaking of expenses related to moving, you're going to wanna make sure you have a great moving company. Now, in Northern Michigan, we only have a handful of moving companies, which means it is imperative to book those as early as possible. Part of our home buying process is making sure that once you have an estimated closing date, you book that moving company early. That way it is a very seamless transition for you and you don't have the stress of living in a house without all of your stuff. Also, if you're choosing to work while you live in Northern Michigan, make sure you check out the job opportunities. There are a lot of great jobs here, and fortunately, there is a lot of good paying jobs that are coming to the area, which is helping people who live here afford the high cost of living. The Petoskey Chamber of Commerce does a great job with people moving to the area in terms of who's hiring, where you should work, and what opportunities are available to you. So make sure you reach out to the Petoskey Chamber once you decide to move to Petoskey. Another tip I would tell somebody moving to Petoskey is make sure you find your community. Now, Petoskey is a great community and a very large community in general. However, there are many sub-communities here, and there seems like there is something for everyone. Whether you want to play chess, ride your bike, work out, ski, snowboard, even curling, there is no shortage of community clubs that would love to have you and make you feel like one of them right away. Last but not least, and this is more of a philosophical tip than anything, enjoy the journey and look at it like an adventure. Moving is stressful even under the best circumstances, especially if you're relocating from far away, but Petoskey is a great place and the quality of life here is second to none, and you're going to love all the adventures that you find once you get here. If after watching this video, you'd like to talk a little bit further about relocating to Petoskey or anywhere in Northern Michigan, please reach out to me directly at 231-487-6141. And for more videos like this and everything Northern Michigan real estate related, please subscribe to my channel.